Welcome to Turnbuckle TV. I'm your host and voice of PWA, Cornelius Archie, along here with my co-host, Timothy Gibbons. Tim, it's good to have you.
Appreciate it, Archie. Thanks for having me back.
No problem. 2 weeks in a row for you.
Hey, I enjoy the show.
Well, last week's show, we got hijacked by the PWA World Heavyweight Champion R-Dub. We got a little physical last week, Tim.
Yeah, it sure did, Arch. It sure did. And you know, it's probably not going to do me any good, but I made a phone call to PWA management, reaching out, once again, to try to get some answers. I just don't feel that what R-Dub did should be allowed. But on the other hand, he did kind of get mad. I mean, I guess you could say I poked the monster by asking him what he was going to do when Guy Smith broke his little feeble body in half to take back that belt. So, I don't know. I mean, it was just a question, Archie.
Yeah, it did get a little physical. But anyway, let's talk about some of our sponsors here that we have here at PWA. And Tim, you got some information?
Hey, man, I got all the information about that for you, Archie. We want to thank Yanni's Euros from right here in Springfield. It is our permanent PWA pre-sale ticket stop. Make sure you get in there to get your tickets for this month's show, Saturday Night Carnage, which is February 15th. Get a Euro. Say hi to John. Also want to thank the Riverton Party Store right here from Riverton, Illinois. We also want to thank Chapardo's, which is also a very, very nice restaurant to eat at.
It is.
If you like pasta and some good pizza, man, I'm telling you.
I've tried it. It's great.
We also want to thank Blush Boutique and Video. And we also want to thank Styx Tattoo Emporium right here in Springfield as well, Archie. Have you been there?
No, I haven't.
You've never been inside a Styx Tattoo spot?
No, I haven't. You
need to get over there, man. This place, when you walk in the front doors, it's like you're walking in this great big tattoo shop from down in Las Vegas. I mean, it'll blow your mind, man.
Really?
Get in there, talk to Styx, get you an earring or a nose ring, man.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. But I'll check it out.
All right,
I'll check it out. And don't forget, you can like us on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/PWA Springfield. And also visit us on YouTube. Just type in Pinfall Wrestling Association. Now, Tim, let's get started. Because last month at Blood, Sweat, and Tears, it was a remarkable show. The crowd was great. The show was great. It was exciting. It
was very exciting, Archie. I mean, the Blood, Sweat, and Tears show that we just come off of had no seats available in the building.
No.
There was people standing in the corners of the building just to watch the PWA roster put on one hell of a show.
It was great. It was great. And speaking about shows, we have one coming up next month, February 15th, Saturday Night Carnage at the JC Center, live, February 15th, Saturday night. It's going to be a great event.
It's going to be a good one. I hear we've got a huge, huge, huge main event.
Yeah, we do.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
You want to talk about it later?
Talk about it later.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. Well, what I want to talk about right now, Tim, is Sage Ramsey.
Again?
He had his hands all over Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And he was setting the outcomes of some of the matches.
Okay. I'll give you that one. General Manager Sage Ramsey did have his hands in some of the matches. I mean, let's talk about the tag team title match. Okay?
Let's talk about it.
He did, I guess, have some type of influence on the match outcome. But you got to look at it like this. Benz and Logan won the PWA tag team titles that night by taking them from the Disrespecticons. The slap in the face, though, Archie, was that General Manager Sage Ramsey decided and made that everybody understood the point of is that it was not for the PWA tag team titles. It was just a tag match. Benz and Logan came in. They saved Frost from the beatdown of the Disrespecticons. I mean, you got to look at it that way. But I also think, in the long run, he made the right call.
Made the right call.
He made the right call.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
Tim, the point is here that Sage Ramsey is allowed to do and say whatever he wants. I mean, he's still running around making any decisions without any discipline being done to him. And damn it, it's not right.
Whoa. Calm down, man. Calm down. Okay, I understand that Sage Ramsey is sane and kind of doing some things that he kind of wants to do and things like that. And I get that this is kind of a little bit of an emotional something to talk about.
Well, PWA management, they need to do something about this. They need to open their damn eyes and see what's going on.
I'm sure PWA management sees what's going on.
Really?
Hey, look, I've made my phone call. I just told you I made a phone call, and I haven't heard nothing back on what happened to me last week.
Yeah, I made the same phone call you did, and I haven't heard anything either.
Well, okay. Well, I can see that you're a little emotional about this, so let's just move on here, okay? I want to move on and talk about the PWA Regional Championship that was defended by Brian Ely at Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
It was a heck of a match.
It was a heck of a match. And the thing about it is that the man that he defended that title against is this guy right here.
This guy. Tim, I want to thank you so much for inviting me.
Really?
Well, he called me and said he wanted to come on the show and express some things.
What's the matter, Arch? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Another surprise. What do you know?
Another surprise. Well, you see, I couldn't sit back and listen to you talk of hijacking. But speaking, I know you've heard a lot of talk that you want to get off your chest about Sage Ramsey and his actions. So if you say that I've hijacked this show, I've also hijacked the TV truck.
What?
And I have your footage in controversy for GM Sage Ramsey's actions. So, guy in the TV truck, please enlighten the world on what happened at Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
want a title match. You guys do not. You wanted a match, they give you a match, you won the match. It was not for the belts.
Well, I guess we had technical difficulties, which is a good thing because I really don't want to watch this again.
What's the matter, Arch? You can't stand to watch greatness?
I don't know if I want to call this greatness, Moss.
Greatness? I mean, you're trying to tell me that Benz and Logan won that match and that Sage Ramsey played an outcome in the tag team championship match. There's no excuse for what you call sticking his nose in. We all saw the footage. I don't know what you're trying to get at here. Sage Ramsey has done everything in his power as GM to make PWA a better place.
A better place?
A better place.
That's what he said.
Better place. Think back. Beforehand. What was PWA like compared to what it is now?
We didn't have somebody running around making all the rules as it goes.
But that's the referee's job to make rules. You see, Sage Ramsey might be at ringside watching matches, but you're going on assumption that he actually interferes and causes wrestlers to lose matches? I mean, what is that? How can you even say that? How? Okay, but you know what? You know what? Forget about it. You know what? What I want to talk about is the travesty that happened at Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Because, Brian, if I may for a second speak at you, you told me that I better be ready for what was coming. And anybody in attendance could tell you and could tell me that I gave it my all. You got my best. And if it wasn't for Slitzy trying to interfere and thinking he was doing the right thing when the match was already won, I guess that's what they say. When you take your eye off the ball, bad things happen. But what I just can't wrap my brain around is the fact that, where were you? If I remember correctly, you officiated my match. So where were you when Toka Steve decided to cross the boundary from fan to wrestler and put his hands on me after my match?
Whoa, wait a minute. Your match with Brian Ely was over. It was done. My job was finished. And the last time I checked, Toga Steve is still an active roster member, not a fan.
Yeah.
So whatever happened there has got nothing to do with me.
Well, Toga Steve, you see, Toga Steve, he used to run this group, SOB. He used to be the front man in this group. But you see, when he stepped down, I took the reins. This is my group now. And whether Toga Steve decides he wants to come back and get in the ring again, what do you think's so funny? You know, I think that PWA management, while you're putting it down on the pecking list, should throw Toga Steve's actions against me in that fray. That PWA management should put an end to this crap. 2 months in a row.
Good luck on that phone call.
Well, let's talk about the PWA World Heavyweight Championship. And we all know that Sage Ramsey had his hands all over that as well. Oh yeah, it was a tainted victory. We saw the interference from the Disrespecticons. With you, thank God for you being the referee, Tim. Because you were able to get some kind of control out of that match.
I tried to do the best I could. I mean, I forced John Magnus to the back.
And that's a good thing, because we saw the foreign object that came into play.
Foreign object?
Yes, the foreign object. I even got a phone call from somebody who has photo evidence. Yeah, they have photo evidence and claim they have evidence to prove that Ramsey is involved with this.
So what you're trying to say is that you have photo evidence proof that General Manager Sage Ramsey had his hands...
Somebody called me and told me they have photo evidence proof.
So you're going to let a fan
Right?
try to tell you, well, it doesn't matter because it wasn't a wrestler. It was not anybody that was involved in the championship match.
They just don't want their name out. Let's just say
But you do know that it was neither of the two men that were in the championship match unless they're taking pictures while they're competing for a championship. So you're going to let a voice who doesn't want to be named tell you that he thinks he or she, just leave it for the reason of doubt, you're going to listen to this person tell you that you think that Sage Ramsey cost Guy Smith the World Heavyweight Championship?
There's photo evidence.
From a fan! People take pictures all the time!
I didn't say it was a fan.
But who else takes pictures? Who would make that phone call to you? Telling you.
Look, all I'm saying is PWA management, you need to get off your butts and do something about this. Sage Ramsey it's getting out of control. It really is. And Tim, I know you have to agree with that. It's getting out of control.
I can speak only from what I've had happen to me, that, yeah, there's some disorder, dismay in PWA right now. And unfortunately, that leader of that is General Manager Sage Ramsey.
Yeah, we know.
There's not much I can do. I mean, I'm not PWA management. You're not PWA management. You sure as hell ain't PWA management.
I also wasn't a fan taking a photograph. So why don't you ask them what their source is?
Well, something has to be done. Management they need to decide something to stop this action that's going on. Because of that, R-Dub was able to retain his title.
Yeah, R-Dub did retain his title.
And it's not right. It's not right at all.
I really don't know what else we can do or even say. I mean...
So where does Guy Smith go from here?
I don't know. I mean...
You want to know where Guy Smith goes from this, Archie?
Yeah, I do.
You really do?
I do.
Guy Smith goes to the bottom of the barrel. And you know why? Because he had 2 chances at R-Dub. He lost the title to R-Dub. He lost his rematch, his automatic rematch for that title. So where he goes from this is down to the bottom of the heap.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
You don't know about that? That's how it works. You see, Guy is going to try to go to PWA management, like everybody else seems to be doing, and trying to stake his claim that he was screwed out of both championship matches. But see, the fact of the matter is that you have to deliver. And Guy Smith, he did not deliver.
Oh, come on.
Come on! How do you think people in tag matches do it? It's 2-on-2. There's another guy that you have to beat. Wouldn't that be the same concept? And Guy Smith says he's zero hype, so why can't he live up? Why can't he live up to that? There's no reason for it. But you know what? I want to switch gears because I got to get this off my mind because Guy Smith means absolutely nothing to me. Brian, I want to speak at you again because you need to know that just because I didn't take that regional championship from around your waist, your time is coming. You see, PWA, the wrestlers on the roster, will see the physical dissection that I mastermind on you, and they will clear as day capitalize like I did if it wasn't for Slitzy and Toga Steve. Ugh. You know what, Toga? I said this before and I'll say it again. Years ago, you used to run this group. You used to personify what SOB meant. But now, see, you're just the common man trying to fill the shoes of an entity greater than yourself. Because here's what you need to realize that you may have forgotten somewhere in the fray. It is that you're either SOB, or Archie, you need to remember this. You're SOL. No!
I see that. You tapped out.
Wow.
Well, Tim, next time let me know when our show's going to get hijacked again.
I told you, he called and wanted to come on and he wanted to express his feelings. He wanted to talk about Guy Smith and Brian Ely and what's his partner's name?
Slisky. Yeah.
Some guy named Toga.
Toga Steve.
Okay, Toga
Yes.
Steve.
Toga Steve.
All right.
Yes.
You know, look, I wanted to kind of say my little thing on Guy Smith. Okay? Guy Smith was the world heavyweight champion for PWA for, damn, what, a year? Going on over a year even?
Mm-hmm.
When I said it, I think last week, that I talked about, he had a little bit of arrogance when he did hold that title. I mean, it was building on his shoulder. You know, when he had that championship sitting here on his shoulder, it was his shield. I mean, it was his protection. I mean, there wasn't really anybody out there at the time that was able to take that from him.
Right.
I mean, there was times where, yeah, he was down and out, and you thought that was it, but damn it, Archie, that PWA World Heavyweight Championship, the Guy Smith was kind of like a can of spinach.
What do you mean by that?
Do you remember the little old guy that every time he ate spinach, what happened to him? What was that guy's name?
I think you're talking about Popeye.
Yeah, Popeye.
Mm-hmm.
So when Guy Smith championship title,
Mm-hmm.
that was his can of spinach. Without that World Heavyweight Championship, what is he?
He's just Popeye.
My thoughts exactly.
Oh.
I mean, isn't that the reason behind Guy Smith going out and getting Benz and Logan to help him try to take out R-Dub, try to take out the Disrespecticons? I mean, if he's zero hype Guy Smith, why does he need Benz and Logan?
Yeah, you got a point there, but he's going to get his chance now because not only will he have Benz and Logans, but this month, he's going to have a chance in that 6-man tag because it will be him, Benz, and Logan taking on the Disrespecticons and R-Dub in a 6-man tag team match in our main event.
Huge main event.
That is huge. It's going to be at Saturday Night Carnage, the JC Center. And Tim, I think we got the rest of the card as well.
Yeah, we do, Arch. Want to let everybody out there know that we've got a very stacked card coming up for Saturday Night Carnage on the 15th. I want to let everybody know out there that it's going to have Slitzy taking on one half of the Solution in Darian Frost. Now, I think we heard some words about this Slitzy guy from Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to have Derek Moss taking on the other half of the Solution, and Jason Wells.
That should be good too.
I have a feeling it's going to be a really good match. We're also going to have Jack Rebel taking on Nelson Six.
All right. Jack Rebel's a newcomer here at PWA.
He is a newcomer.
Okay.
He's been here a few times. He's a very young up-and-comer.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually pretty good. I mean, he's got the mindset. He knows what's going on in there. But I got a feeling he's going to have a little tough time with Nelson Six.
Yeah, Nelson Six. That was a match. That was a great match last month at Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Him and Blake Steele, they really tore the house up.
They did tear the house up. The match was so intense that it had the entire sold out crowd standing at one time yelling, "This is awesome!" practically through the whole match.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, it was a very great match, and
It was.
till the end. Blake Steele put Nelson Six up for a suplex, which if I remember right, I heard the count coming from the crowd. He hit almost 40 before he decided to put Nelson down. Unfortunately, as you saw, and the fans out there that was in attendance saw, and unfortunately I seen, when they came down over the top rope, hard to the concrete floor.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, neither man at that time, Arch, were able to reach before the 10 count.
No. They were out.
I do know that both Blake Steele and Nelson Six were helped to the back. Neither man could actually leave on their own power.
No, they didn't.
At all.
No.
And I don't have any update on either one. I do know that Nelson Six is scheduled, as we said, to be there.
So his doctors have released him to come back?
Apparently the doctors have gave him some type of release or something.
Well, at least we know he's...
He did.
I'm not a huge fan of him, but
Well, no.
I do have, I respect what they did last night.
He did let the fans in attendance know, Arch, if you heard him, as he was being helped to the back. He did make sure that everybody heard, and he yelled as loud as he could. That he said, if I remember the words correctly, "That's right, Blake Steele. You didn't beat me here, and you can't ever beat me." That was kind of the last we've heard. So, again, as I said, Nelson Six versus Jack Rebel should probably be a pretty good match.
Mm-hmm.
We'll definitely see if Nelson Six does make it, whether it's doctor orders or not.
Right.
So we also want to move on and talk about the PWA Regional Championship match with Brian Ely making his second title defense in the 2014 year. This time against Perry Winkle.
That should be good.
Now, did you hear what Perry Winkle said at the last show about your town of Springfield?
Oh, God.
Don't get me started on that one.
Yeah.
We're also going to have a #1 contendership match. And that is going to be Harker Dirge taking on #1 Tom Arson.
That's going to be a good one.
That's going to be
That's going to be good.
Great
This
match.
is the #1 contender for the heavyweight title.
Yes, it is.
R-Dub's heavyweight title.
The winner of that match will go on in March to face the PWA World Heavyweight Champion, R-Dub.
Okay.
Now, I've got my mindset on Harker Dirge winning that title.
It can go either way.
So, I mean, that's just what I think. But Tom Arson has been in that title contention for a while. I've actually...
He's hungry.
He's very hungry. I was in there at the time that he took on John Magnus. And that was one heck of a match. So Tom Arson has that hunger that any man going for a #1 contendership match needs. And it ultimately...
So the winner of that match will take on R-Dub at Gold Rush.
You got that right, Arch.
March. Okay.
You got that right. Gotcha. And then back to this massive main event. Six-man tag. R-Dub, Scotty Cash, John Magnus, the Disrespecticons, teaming together under what I'm calling this new alliance of some sort. I don't know what it is or where it is. Let's not get back in the general manager saves Ramsey crap.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we want to go there.
But they are taking on Zero Height Guy Smith, Benz, and Logan. Again, 6-man tag. Huge main event, Archie.
It will be. That will be a huge main event. And it's going to be live February 15th, Saturday Night Carnage. Tell us about those sponsors one more time there, Tim.
Sponsors we got out there again, Archie, is Yanni's Euros, pre-sale ticket stop. We have Chapardo's right here in Springfield as well. We have the Blush Boutique and Video, also here in Springfield. We have the Riverton Party Store from Riverton, Illinois. And Archie, your new favorite spot, I'm telling you, Sticks Tattoo Emporium.
I'm going to check it out.
Get in there and get you a nose ring, man, I'm telling you.
I don't know about that, but
Well, maybe a little eyebrow ring, maybe.
we'll see. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about
All
it.
right.
Okay.
Make sure you check out Saturday Night Carnage, February 15th, because when we show up for that show, you're going to see a massive card, you're going to see some great matches, and hopefully Archie will have a nose ring.
Oh, well, we'll see. All right, Saturday night, February 15th, Saturday Night Carnage. Hope to see you there.